Howdy, Pooksters. Hope everybody's doing well. Chloe says hi. Thanks for joining me with the House of Pookie. I'm Pookie. She's very talkative today. Today, I'm eating from Luigi's Italian restaurant. I have their lasagna, salad with ranch dressing, and a roll. It looks good. Their lasagna is kind of a hot mess and all over the place, but it is good. Trust me on this. Yes, indeed. Good and cheesy, too. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing okay. I could be better. I kind of struggle a little bit whether or not I should talk about the subject of love today, but I think it's appropriate seeing what I'm going through right now. So, by the way, I have strawberry lemonade flavored water. It's a Crystal Light water enhancer. Oh, and I squirted in there before I added the water. I tasted it, I'm like, well, that's kind of weak, so I added more, but I didn't stir it, so it was all at the bottom. So now it's super lemonade-y and tart. It's good, but so anyway, I was just gonna talk a little bit about kind of, some of you may know or may not, and this is mainly from my perspective, a woman dating men. But if you're married and happy and in a relationship, this may or may not even apply to you, because this is really like about the whole dating process. But I have been divorced for four years now. And when I divorced, I was married 21 years, and I kind of knew that I didn't have the love that a girl should have, right? So I knew what I wanted, and so I went out to search for that. And at the time, I worked from home, so I didn't really get out much unless I was traveling. So I worked from home, went to church, that was it. There was really no opportunity for me to know anybody. So I went to the dating site. And from there, almost anyone I've dated, I met from there. Except my current relationship, my most recent one that my sister introduced me to. Who doesn't love ranch dressing? Anyway, so on there it's kind of an interesting game. I don't try Tinder because no matter what most people say, I still think it's more of a hookup site. I mean, I've been on it before, and it's people who've reached out to me have indicated that's exactly what they want. So I generally stay with the free ones like Plenty of Fish or OkCupid. And OkCupid, just to me, no luck at all. The quality of men are just, it's a joke. A ton of spam, like military, coming back to town and wants a place to live and would love to start a life with you kind of thing. Plenty of Fish has pretty much got a good, decent quality, a choice of people that are real, you know what I mean? But there's still those that don't want a real relationship. But what I'm finding is that when you go to meet these people and you're talking to them, they'll say what you want to hear, but they don't do what you want to hear. Does that make sense? It's like saying, I miss you, but they don't do anything to show they miss you. In other words, what I came across a lot was, I want a relationship, and a serious relationship, and a girlfriend. But you're like, okay, so you sit there and you don't hear from them for, you know, a week after you go out. They reach out to you. It's like, oh, hey, you know. But they ask you out again, and you go, maybe not do anything else. But I'm like, if you really wanted a relationship and that person you're interested in, and you would pursue them more. So I don't know. I was like, well, maybe they just don't want to be with me, but they're contacting me and they're going out to eat with me. So why? So obviously they're interested in me, but so, you know, they would say things here and there that were like sexual in nature, and they're like, oh, it's just joking. And those, when you talk about that early on, to me, that tells me right there, you're really not interested in a relationship. And that's perfectly fine, but you're not for me, because that's what I've been looking for. It's almost comical, but at the same time, it's very insulting to me, because I think I'm pretty smart, and I get a good read on people, whether or not they're serious about something or not. And there are some people that are serious, but they jump into it really fast. Like, I'll hear the word I love you like within a week, and they want to be exclusive. And at first I fell for that, because it was nice to have that feeling like someone really loved you. But over time, you realize there's a reason they're saying that I love you, and it's maybe they don't really want you to see what their issues are, and they want you to fall for them before it's too late. Or I don't know exactly what, but I've realized over time, anyone I've dated, not to allow them to say that. And if they say it, I tell them don't say it, and I won't say it either, because even if you're feeling like a love feeling, you don't really know it's love until you get to know the person. You know, maybe they drink too much, maybe they curse too much, maybe they worship the devil, and you worship God. Like, you don't know much about people just by going on a date here and there with them. So it's just been kind of interesting. And then ones you really want to hear from don't really give you much time of the day. So it's kind of a stupid game. And what I'm finding, because believe it or not, when I would go on these dates with these guys, they would tell me about their dating experiences. I guess it's just a thing to talk about crazy people they've dated through the dating site. You know, and a lot of them would tell me, you know, women would offer sex, or they'd want to meet just to get a free meal. And, you know, I'm just finding that there are women out there that don't want a relationship either. And it's okay. But unfortunately for women like me, I'm kind of old-fashioned. Like, in the beginning, I want you to court me. I want you to chase me. I want you to show some effort. I want you to show that you're interested in me, you know? And it seems like because women these days are giving themselves freely to men, that men expect that of me. Well, I don't do that. So even if they want something serious, they still expect that of me in a short period of time. And I don't do that. So, to be honest, over the last 4 years, I don't know how many people I would have considered myself in a serious relationship with, but they're all failed, obviously, because I'm not with them today for one reason or another. And the thing is, I don't want to settle. I don't want to be, you know, stuck thinking there could have been somebody better because I just wanted love so bad I picked this person. And I tolerate a lot of things I shouldn't tolerate. I mean, I think there are things that we should tolerate because you're not going to find that perfect person. But you have to ask yourself, is that person worth sticking around for? You know? And in most cases, they're not like I want them to be, because I've already gone through this vetting process where maybe they are a good fit, but there's just a couple of things that just aren't quite right. And because I'm not seeing it, it's important to me. So I make the decision to move on. This is good. You can probably tell because it's going fast. I kind of want to say in my current situation that I did try to take it a little slow, but when I look back, maybe I didn't. I kind of fell for the sweet words and all that. And if you guys look back at some of my earlier videos, like my first few, I was in a relationship, but then it switched to my current relationship. And I was so smitten and sweet talked and back and forth. It was wonderful. And I even mentioned that my youngest daughter, who usually doesn't really approve of people that I date, she's like, this one's the one for you because you've never talked about any man the way you've talked about this one. I'm like, wow, maybe he is the one, you know. This is amazing that I have her blessing. Not that I've ever asked for her blessing. Excuse me. But it's nice to know that if she said it, it meant a lot. But as you also know, if you watch my videos, I just kind of slowed down or stopped. About a month after dating, you know, the constant texting and I miss you and love you and like just beautiful, beautiful words, like words trying to describe the emotions that they're feeling, just stopped. And we've talked about that. And I get one excuse after another. I'm busy at work or, you know, whatever. But the reality of it is, it was new and exciting. And within a month, I'm no longer new and exciting. And you can see, I've had videos with him that he's a sweetheart. And I adore him, but he knows I'm just struggling right now. Like, with feeling really loved. Like, I tell him it's more than saying you love me. I have to feel it, like you had to show it to me. And I mentioned we were split for a couple weeks now. And I get good morning and good afternoon texts and good night, but there's no text or phone conversation that differentiates me from his friend or a coworker. Like, I don't hear, I mean, I'll hear like, good morning, sweetheart, honey, baby. I hear those words that you wouldn't say to a coworker or a friend. But, and I also hear I love you from time to time. But I'm just like, if you haven't seen me in 2 weeks and you really miss me, I would think I would hear like, I really miss you. I'm dying to see you. I really want to see you. Can I see you? What can I do? You know, like that kind of stuff, and I'm not getting it all. So, excuse me. I did say when we were apart not to communicate with me, and he says he's respecting my wish, but he is communicating. So I told him, I said, if you're gonna do it anyway, I don't know why you're being passive about it and keeping it low-key and neutral, because right now I feel no different than your friends. If you're going to text me, like, give it some substance. Make your communication with me count, and let me see how I differentiate myself with you to someone else with you. Anyway, I am feeling extremely defeated, and I have a feeling that, and I told him this, that this separation has kind of distanced me from him. And since I'm not feeling the desire to be with me, I'm pretty close to, you know, cutting it loose and making it official. You know, we talked about waiting like a month until his job is right and other things in his life are taken care of. But I just think that, like, if I haven't felt miss up until now, and it's been 2 weeks, we haven't seen each other, why continue to wait, you know? Because again, I'm not stupid. A girl knows when a guy really misses her and wants to be with her than when a guy is just content with the way things are. And we're not together physically, and he seems content. So I'll hear I miss you and I love you when I say it. It's a response back, but even though I said put some substance and context to it, I still don't get it. I'm pretty much decided that if this doesn't work, which I feel it's going that way, but if it doesn't, I'm off. I'm done. I'm not going to go on a dating site. I'm not going to try to find a relationship. I'm just done. I won't join a nunnery because that's just nonsense. They wouldn't have me anyway. But I think I'm just going to do my thing. So that's the update. If you see him in future videos, then you'll know how it panned out. But if you don't, no need asking me about him or the status, because you'll just pretty much know. All right. Sorry for this stupid message. Hopefully some of you who've been on the dating scene can relate to some of the things I said about the dating site and these men and what their intentions are or aren't. If you had any luck with the dating site or any funny stories, please comment below. I'd love to hear them because they can be kind of funny. They're frustrating, especially if you're serious and trying to find a relationship. I'm not looking anymore. I'm not gonna try to find anything. If it happens, it happens. And I've already got in my head that when I do find someone that I think has potential, it's gonna be a good while before we advance to anything serious. Like, a long time will pass before I commit to being in a relationship with them. I want to make sure 100% I know them and that they're going to pursue me for as long as I need them to in order to get me. Because if you're content and happy and not trying anymore after 2 weeks or a month, you're really not interested. That person's really not for you. So if someone doesn't pursue me after that long, then I know I'm wasting my time, and I should have known that earlier, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling because I quit eating. So y'all have a good week, and I'll be talking to you in my next video. Until then, excuse me, bye. See y'all later, Gator.